I used to envy the birds for their ability to fly. Now that's easy every time I close my eyes. I would get sad when the geese would fly out for the winter. Now I am the warm place they come visit. Looking at hills I'd wish to be up. Now I say I'll meet you at the top. Meanwhile, I'll do a lap. I used to think that airplanes are the coolest thing. Now, I'd rather take a road trip. I would think the world is so immense. Now I see I am universe. I am the good and the bad. I wound and I heal. I kill and I make alive. So if the Bible says that we have a power that we just cannot waste, we might misuse it, but we simply cannot waste it. What does that imply? That implies that whatever I imagine, whether it's good or bad, it still comes from the same source. It's me that I'm creating the good by imagining, by fearing something. And it's also me that creates the good, even though it seems so much more harder. You need a different prayer. You need a different technique. More sats, more knowledge, more practice, more faith. Even though it's the same, it comes from the same source. But yet, we're programmed to be scared, to fear that which is bad, and to think that what is bad, it comes from one place, and that which is good, it comes from God. It's so simple, yet so profound to believe that and to accept that. But maybe by allowing to, for once, and to sit and analyze for once that it takes just the same amount of power that you created something unlovely in your life by imagining. It's no different. It takes the same amount of effort to create something good. So why not create something good? If it's that simple, if it takes the same energy, knowledge, faith, and belief. Because we're conditioned to think differently. We're conditioned to think otherwise. That the bad is coming from evil and the good is coming from God. Although, the Bible is saying something different. Really. We have a power that we just cannot waste. We might misuse it on unlovely things because we dwell in them. We fear them. And it's hard to take your mind off of it. It's like almost like something is holding us from thinking something lovely, from thinking that what we want. Thinking that imagine what we want, it takes like practice. You really have to wait until you go to bed at night to practice that. But when you realize that by doing something that you like, by listening to music that you prefer, by going on a ride or a walk, or simply just make it simple. Imagine just like you were when you were a kid. Imagine something, truly feel it, that what you want. And perhaps if we for once try to be this, so to speak, security for our thoughts, and to be able to notice every time we think of something bad and we dwell in that state. Maybe that's the first step from removing ourselves from that unwanted desire, unwanted state. And don't think that if you imagine something fearful, that's automatically gonna come into fruition. You can always switch it up and realize, oh, why am I thinking that? Oh, that's the old me. And don't beat yourself up. Just realize and almost like smile. Or just smile if that makes you feel better and if that's easier. That's what I do. Sometimes I'm like, okay, I see what is happening now. It's so much easier to give in to fearful thoughts, unwanted things, than to almost like you have to pay. Almost like you have to like give yourself this allowance of time, allowance to desire that what you want, or to think that you have to do a meditation, a guided meditation, or you have to listen to subliminals, or to wait until you go to sleep at nighttime to imagine that what you want, when honestly you can just imagine and manifest. I know this word is very popular, so as you go. And I know that's not something that it's not something that it's, you know, far-fetched or something is impossible to do, because we've been doing that always. You just maybe don't realize. So my advice to you, to myself once more, is not to fear the good thoughts, the good imagination acts, and to remove yourself from that what you don't want, from imagining that what you don't want. You simply have that free will to select. We have a free will to select that what we want, and then after that you have to leave it alone. It's not your job anymore. You gotta leave it up to God. You can be putting conditions on that once you choose that what you want. Yeah, you can have conditions to stress and to obsess yourself with how it's gonna happen. But how it's gonna happen, it's not your role anymore. You're done. You have free will, so therefore you select what you want, and then after that you just leave it alone. I know it's easier said than done, because we're just, how it's gonna happen. But I don't know if you notice that for yourself, but for me, it always happens in a way that I couldn't even imagine. It's always this like mystery, and it always happens so natural. And in a way that I can't even think of, even though I imagine it's gonna happen this way and the other way. It's never like that. So I mean, there's a lot that I want to say right now, but for today's video is the acceptance, at least the invitation to accept that everything is coming from the same source, whether it's good or bad, and you have the power to bring into reality everything you imagine. So why not focus on the good stuff? Why not fear something good? Why not fear something lovely? You know, like the ladder manifestation, you know, the Neville gave to his students. Manifest, you know, climbing the ladder, and just you can put notes everywhere that you're not gonna climb the ladder. I'm not gonna climb the ladder. Oh, maybe we should do that with something else that we really want. And if you were able to manifest something, one thing, but it takes forever to manifest something else, don't be discouraged and don't think that you need to do something more. Maybe, just maybe, it's not the time yet. Yeah? Everything has its own appointed hour. Some things are just like not meant to happen right when you desire them, because perhaps you don't really need them. You think you do, but trust in the bigger plan that God had set for you. So now that you know, maybe you knew that, but it's a little reminder that you create the good and you create the bad. Everything is coming from the same source. There is no different powers here. There's no evil and good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. So let's dwell into something lovely for us and for another. Love you.